Line Instruments has been in business for 53 years, and since we started, we have always built electrical measurement instruments. And we make some of the most accurate electrical measurement instruments in the world. Work that remains in manufacturing here in Eastern Ontario, and there's a lot of it, and it's quite important. It's specialized, niche-oriented manufacturing.
Hovey Industries is a manufacturer of railway switch heaters. We produce switch heaters that clear the ice and snow off of a moving rail switch at any particular point on the rail. We also build all the enclosures, bungalows, track duct, wireway, all the metal work that surrounds that particular switch point. The manufacturing industry in Ottawa, in the Eastern Ontario region, is quite vibrant. Not very many people know that we deal with the railroad industry. Not very many people know that we are developing new products, that we have R&D that's ongoing.
Sam Bat, which is also known as the original Maple Bat Corporation, was founded about 12 years ago by Sam Holman. He did a lot of research and came up with this great product. Firstly, we look for a passion for excellence, for an interest in baseball, which makes life a little easier. But we're also looking for someone who can learn on the job. Self-teaching is extremely important because there's only so much that can be learned in the classroom. You're going to be confronted with situations that you're going to have to deal with every single day that do not involve something that you've necessarily covered. So being able to investigate and at least get a certain level into the problem yourself is a huge advantage for an employer.
Neptec is a firm we've been around for 20 years. Our history has been working as a prime contractor for NASA. These days they probably know us for something called the laser camera system, which is the inspection system that NASA uses to inspect the outside of the space shuttle to make sure it's safe before the space shuttle comes home. The predominance of our staff have some kind of technical background. We have technicians and technologists. We have a very high proportion of people with undergrad degrees, and we also have a significant number with advanced degrees in science, technology, engineering, math disciplines. Right now, the hiring challenges are that we are looking very much for new grads at the sort of undergrad or post-college level, and we're actually finding that coming out of this recession, clearly there's a demand for those kinds of people because we're having some trouble for the first time really identifying qualified candidates.
OCM Manufacturing is an electronic manufacturing service provider. We build electronic products. We operate in what we call the low to medium volume IMX part of electronic manufacturing. What we need is people that want to embrace manufacturing as a career, and to do that we need people with technical reading, computer literacy, ability to change and willingness to change, and be very flexible in what they're going to do, because that's the nature of our environment.
Transformix is a custom automation house. We custom design and build high-speed assembly machine and tube and pipe automation for companies around the world. We are about 100% export right now. Transformix, because we are vertically integrated companies, there are so many different areas of technical people that we required. So on the engineering front, we hire mechanical engineers, very talented mechanical engineers, who's able to design on a whiteboard, electrical engineers, and software engineers. On the manufacturing fronts, the type of skill sets we require are machinists, tool and die makers, millwrights, electricians, PLC programmers, technologists, and the list goes on because we are a complete turnkey company.
Vesta Marble is a fabricator of stone products. We transform large slabs of natural stone, and we produce products mainly for the home but also for the commercial market. We sell to other retailers, to builders. Today, the way we do things has changed 100-fold in that now most of our production is automated. So we're looking at people who are familiar with intricate machines, but at the same time we also require people who can do work in the old-fashioned way because a machine can't do everything.
Veritas Tools is actually the manufacturing arm of Lee Valley Tools, and it was established in the early 1980s to manufacture a number of products that we had requests for from customers that were no longer available. It employs about 120 people here in the Ottawa area. And the company overall employs about 800 full-time staff, with about 500 of those being in the Eastern Ontario area. Most required skills are just about the same for every job. We need somebody who's capable of learning, capable of applying themselves, and certainly literacy helps. You know, people have to be able to communicate effectively. Beyond that, naturally in the manufacturing area, we look for specific skill sets that complement. In other areas, we may be looking for product designers or people with graphic arts experience for packaging design. I think one of the things that people have to know is that not only are we very efficient in Ontario in terms of manufacturing, that we can be cost competitive with the rest of the world. The foundation of the economy has to come from manufacturing, the actual production of real goods, and we can do it as well as anybody else can.
The SAMBAT message to government would be to be a facilitator and mentor to students and also small business without too much red tape.
Avi Industries has been involved the last few years in Algonquin's Applied Research Program. We're developing a product that will clear snow from around fire hydrants. And we would not have been able to get as far as we have been with our new technology without the assistance of the students at Algonquin and the Applied Research Program.
I think what I want the Canadian governments and the Canadian education institution to take away from my message is that manufacturing is extremely important to our economic well-being as a nation. And because of that, we must continue to invest in our children and the future in terms of building up the skilled laborers that is so needed for the manufacturing jobs that we're trying to create. And a lot of that starts with the basic high school education, going on to colleges or university, and we can't take that away at this critical time.